So
Okay.
simple text ad here.
Yeah. Is this my ad, or
this is your ad? This is I just
oh, this is
made
the
it-
ad for
I faked
AdWords,
some
right?
Ad copy in, and of course, we're going beyond AdWords now. We're able to, target ads into Federated Media and into other ad networks. So
right.
we've been pulling those in to our
Right.
to our network, if you will, or where we're able to target.
Out of curiosity, is this really only related though to blogs, or can it scale beyond blogs?
It totally can scale beyond blogs.
All right, because I think that's an important distinction to make. Because I mean, right now we're kind of looking at the conversations because they're being generated mostly from posts on blogs.
Yes.
But you could actually pick up magazines that are online too, not necessarily just blogs, right?
We actually look right now at 7,200 mainstream publications for how information is interchanged. Right. And if you think about it, wherever there's a permalink and some rich content associated with it, and rich content is qualitative.
Could it be the Times too?
Sure.
So in other words, the Times could be a content partner of yours too. It doesn't really matter.
We absolutely see the Times coming up in those social maps that you see. They might be linking into your blog post.
Yeah, if I get that so lucky to, to do that.
Well, no,
it's happened actually a couple of times, but not often.
That's the key. So it's like, all right, that's distribution, right?
But does the AdWords, does the Times or other companies use the AdWords? I mean, so it's Federated Media and AdWords right now, right? So do you have any other
AdWords, blog ads, and
so you've
we're
got all
rolling out about a half a dozen others right now.
You're actually creating other.
What we're doing is able to target into the conversation.
Yeah.
For content that lives on those networks. So if you were using, for instance, on your site, you were a Federated Media, part of one of their federations, we would now be able to target onto your blog with some preference from an advertising perspective. So we're looking to be able to target across all those networks when the conversation about iPhone battery life is taking place.
I know that is a problem because I have an iPod Touch, and I can honestly say that the battery life is like 2.5 hours or something like that, and it's awful.
Well,
it's actually awful.
I'm panicking about my battery life on
well,
this
you've got
guy right
12 minutes, right? A hidden outlet back there if you really need it.
Yeah.
Okay,
so all joking aside, this is what I did there is I just clicked this one conversation that you saw me create the ad copy for.
Yeah.
And now what this does is it gives me all the influencers who we have ad tags for. Mm-hmm. And it also gives me all of the on-topic links to those who are talking about the same subject. So here we were looking at Gizmodo.
Yeah.
Now we can look at all the different blogs that have link to Gizmodo talking about iPhone battery life. So we're piecing together the conversation.
iPhone freak.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I mean, now what would someone do with this information? Like once they get to that point, do you have like any kind of rolled up dashboard that either provides metrics on this?
Let me show you what we do with it first.
Okay,
I mean, the next step is I'm going to actually launch an ad campaign. So what we call a conversation targeted ad campaign.
Right.
So this is the spot where just, it's a simple step. So, by placing a budget, and saying this is
that a real one you're doing?
This is real. I won't actually commit the campaign so we don't.
Okay, that's okay. You probably have $1,000 to spend that way, but I can get your iPhone. No. Let me ask you this: is get your iPhone. I mean,
get your iPhone battery replacement.
I
just typed that right in.
Okay, so that sounds like pretty convincing call to action.
Yeah, so when you think about this is the spot where people are talking about the iPhone battery life problem. So if I'm Apple, this is right where I want my advertisement to actually land, because these are the places where consumers, web users, are traveling post over post over post to find information about iPhone battery life. So what we've seen is a whole lot of an increase in performance for advertising that sits in those influential paths.
Right. Okay.
So that's kind of what we're doing. So I'm not going to do that. And Apple would probably be mad because I was sending traffic.
Well, that would be great to have as a case study. Hint, hint.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you ever publish any case studies of?
Yeah, we've got all kinds of stuff I should send over to you. We've got some cool stuff.
Because I mean, we're into case studies. Web analysts are into case studies. In case you want, like we're into stuff like, well, how do you prove this stuff?
Yeah. Show me some numbers.
Yeah,
well,
because we're the number people, right? We're the numbers people. We're supposed to be about the data. So I mean, When you want to reach this community, for example, you talk about data because that's what we do versus advertising. So we want to see the data. We want to work with it directly.